Hey friends, tennis terminology day again today. Today the term is margin for error. Okay, so margin for error. What this really talks about is giving yourself a better chance of making the shot. If you miss by a little bit, if you have a bigger margin for error and you miss your shot, you're still gonna get it in the court, right? So if I'm hitting the ball 2 inches over the net, that's a really low margin for error. If I'm off by just a little bit, hitting that ball too low, it's into the net and I miss my shot. If I hit that ball 6 feet over the net, that's a nice big margin for error. I've got some room to miss, okay? So that's a nice big margin for error. That gives me more consistency. Likewise, if I'm hitting towards the sidelines, if I hit right at the line, if I'm trying to aim for that line, that's a really small margin for error. So if I'm a little bit off one way or the other, I can miss that shot more easily than if I give myself 2 or 3 feet towards that line, okay? So margin for error is giving yourself some room in case you miss your shot by a little bit, that's still gonna go in. So if we're talking about good margin for error over the net, what I like to see is about 4 or 5 feet of net clearance when you're hitting your shots, okay? And this is mainly for ground strokes. We'll talk about volleys and other places, but that margin for error on ground strokes, I want a good 4 or 5 feet. Looks like this. So this would be good margin for error. This would be not so good. Okay, so again, you're noticing more height on that shot gives me a better margin for error, a bigger margin for error. So if I'm off, I'm still making my shots. Likewise on the sidelines, okay? So margin for error is giving yourself more room in case you're a little bit off with your shot.